Yes, Phil, what you saying, brother? We send the announcement in real quick, people. People. Alright, cool. What we saying, boys? Let me know what pairs we're looking at today. Let me know how you lot are seeing the market, what you're looking to trade. Are you looking at buys or sell? What we saying, boys? Fucking hell, right. What we saying, boys? Morning, KR, Phil, Jonah. What you saying, boys? Seaham, what you saying? Statch, what you saying? Troy. What you saying, boy? Genius. What you saying, TD? All good, bro. Yo, my bro. Indeed, new day with. Thank God. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you for tuning in, boys. Let's cook today, man. Let's make some dough today. Morning, Universal. Morning, Casual. What's up, people? And 9 days straight up. Yeah, it's true. I'll get into what my bias is. Love from Pakistan. Big up, bro. Big up to you. Falalki. Let's lock in, fam. Come on, Chris. Let's go, boys. What you saying, Ernest? What you saying, Chris? What you saying, Slater? Jiff King, morning. GU and EU both in OTE range. Yeah, well, I'll show you what I'm looking for anyway today. Potentially be disrespected. I do think that price could potentially trade above that. Just based on how kind of weak the break was. We only broke it by a tiny amount. And then obviously came straight back. So I do think we could potentially on the DXY come higher than this previous lower high. However, we don't want to just assume that's going to happen. So you do want to assume that price is going to continue. You always want to assume price is going to really continue in the trend until it doesn't. So given that we've got high here, low here, I picked out this 1 hour order block, which I want price to tap into, and then I'll wait for confirmation to look for sells. If we don't get any confirmation, then it's likely that we, as I said, we do trade higher above this actual high. But for now, I'll be waiting for price to come into this order block, and then I'll be looking to get into sells on the DXY. If you look at the equivalent on EU, same thing really. We move this up a tiny bit. Same thing really, boys. I do think that this low could potentially be taken. However, you don't really want to just assume that that's going to happen. You do really want to assume that the trend is going to continue. So therefore, I am looking at buyers once we get into this order block. But it is likely that we do actually come a bit lower, in my opinion. Same on GU. As we said, bullish range from here to here. Should really continue off this order block. However, I do think the area has got potential to actually break this low and continue lower. If we look at EG as well, we can see that really this morning so far, the euro has been weaker and the pound has been stronger. You can see we've had this move down, which shows us that the euro is losing value and that the pound is gaining value. So if you are looking at buyers, you ideally want to be buying GU. If you're looking at sells, you ideally want to be selling EU. And yeah, boys, that's basically what I'm seeing in the market. I actually haven't checked JPYs just yet, so let me have a look at JPY. Right, we've had kind of a nice spike in JPY. Oh, this coffee is unreal. Don't know how I've made this coffee so nice, but it is unreal. What are we saying though, chat? What we saying though, boys? Anyone in any actual trades right now? See, on the yen basket, I want price to push up to here, into this fair value gap, and then continue down. So if we look at EJ, GJ, okay, yeah, that trade did hit TP in the end. Lovely. I mean, don't get me wrong, this took ages to tap in. Well, it took ages to actually TP, but yeah, that's actually nice. Nice that we ended up playing out on EJ. But yeah, I'll basically just be looking for buyers on these. Waiting for buyers, essentially. Stopped out on GU shorts. How'd you get stopped out, bro? I was in EU longs from Asia sweep. System pulled back into FEG, got smoked. This here, yeah. I'm assuming it's this bit here that you got in on. I mean, fair play. It was unlucky, really. I mean, what I would have really waited for was for us to invert this 15-minute. If you look at it, that really, price is moving from here to here, so you just want to make sure that this range is going to be disrespected. So if we close above this fair value gap here, then that would have been a much better confirmation, which you could have potentially waited for, but it is what it is anyway, chat. What we saying though, boys? What we saying? Lean in sells, given we're in a higher time frame key level. What key level on a higher time frame, bro? What's up? What you saying to Coods? What you saying, Phil? EU buyers, fair play. What you saying, Ernest, Chris? Morning, Niall. Morning, boy genius. Much love from Kenya. Big up Kenya, bro. Morning, Lou. Morning, lads. What you saying, Jed? Morning. Morning, Alex. Morning, Stanley as well. I took a trade that, yeah, a few people, someone else. Van Veen. Wow, imagine that's actually Van Veen, the darts player. Yeah, I think a lot of people took the L in this range here. From what I'm seeing, which is unlucky. Again, I can explain a little bit more how. I feel dumb as fuck closing my GU short way too early. Why did you close it, bro? Why did you close your trade? Morning 4 stars, what you saying, bro? Took a trade this morning, EU. Euro shorts 2 hours ago, EU buys. I'm in GU longs. What do you think on gold? I'll have a look at gold in a sec. A lot of people's in EU GU right now. A lot of people's in EU GU. If I was getting in, I would just still be looking for sells really right now. Still really look for sells right now. Morning Proteus, what you saying, bro? Morning H2, morning Cole. EU buyers, first down the Discord. Oi, big up Alex. EU buyers, fair play. I'm personally looking to jump in along on gold. Not gonna lie, I'm still bullish on EU. I'm not chasing these sells. Fair play. Yeah, a lot of people saying either EU, GU or gold. A lot of people's actually getting in today compared to other days, which is what I'm noticing. So the market is looking enticing for a lot of people. Looking at gold. Okay, again, we've reacted nicely off this order block. Fucking hell. They actually need to pay me for these gold trades, boys. I swear to God. Like, this gold bias is insane. So we came off this old order block, took the high. So really, we just want to continue this uptrend of breaking highs. So I want to see price come off of this 4-hour order block up to the external high. So we've already tapped into that since yesterday. Got this high. So yeah, I'd probably wait for us to take the Asia low and then look for buyers. Wait for us to take this liquidity. And then I'd look for gold buyers. I would want to see this for just a little bit. Just a little bit. Think GU longs. I'm not massively keen on GU longs, bro. Looking at the DXY, I do think the DXY should really continue up a little bit more. I don't think the DXY should push up a little bit more first before it sells off. You can see that correlating with EU is that we've got this order block here, so we want to push down as the dollar pushes up and then have that move. Whereas GU, as you can see, is basically already within this order block pretty much, so it's a little bit more difficult to judge GU. But for EU, I definitely think we're going to continue down for just a little bit longer. Personally, sells today, I'm aim for internals. Fair play. A lot of people are looking at sells. What is the correlation with DXY and EU GU? Whatever the DXY does, EU and GU will do the opposite, bro. Simple as that. Do you think EUG is good for ALG buyers considering we're bullish and we've swept Asia lows? Potentially, man. But I do want it to hit our POI first. We have taken out the Asia low, but I do want to hit our POI first, this order block, and then see them buyers come through. I do think there's going to be an early amount, or good amount of early buyers that go in, and then price stops them out for then the real move to come through. Thought there were going to be a reversal around 3, 4, 6, 5, 5. Was too focused on 1 minute time frame. Yeah, man. You want to stay off that 1 minute if you can. You do want to stay off that 1 minute if you can. We saying, boys, everyone on YouTube, double tap the screen, man. Drop a like on the video. Let's get some more man in here. Let's get 200 man in here. We've got 120 in here right now, boys. If you're new to this stream, we do trade the London session here. We trade two main strategies, the ALG reversal and the DTO continuation. It's what we trade every single day in the markets, and it's what has enabled me to be a full-time trader. But I'm essentially waiting for two scenarios to actually catch a trade. Either I want to see price go like this, have a retracement up to this order block on the lower time frame, and then continue down to this low. Or price just continue to this low, give us confirmation, and then we'd look to buy up to the high. Right now it's looking like price is just going to continue down, tap into our order block, and then we can look for buyers. Probably better really looking for buyers, because if we do go on the lower time frame, the RR should be pretty good. I mean, Asia high is 40 pips away. Right, nice. DXY is pushing up to this order block, which is really what we want to see. 787 is my ideal entry for buyers on EU. 787. You turn off some of these fucking price labels. Crazy on gold. Right, nice. We've taken that Asia low now. Perfect. Exactly what we was really waiting for there, boys. So we swept that Asia low now. So really you can start to look for buyers. Not glad I'm bullish. I'm not chasing these sales. Did anyone catch Alpha Capital glitch on gold today? It went straight to 50.70 while market was opening. Crazy. Fucking hell. 50.70 what on gold? That's crazy. Bricker, same. Why are you not trading gold if you call it every time? Because I just don't really like it, bro. I'll be honest. I've been calling gold pretty well, but it's just kind of a streak. I don't know. Prefer EUGU. I think it's more realistic to trade. I do like gold, and I've been trading it a little bit on a personal account, but on a funded, I don't know. It's just not my bread and butter, bro. I'd prefer to just trade EUGU and keep it simple. Right, nice. We're in this order block now. EU's almost there as well. Dollar's probably almost at its order block as well. There's going to be a lot of fear as well in the market, which is good if we are looking to buy. Sweeping Asia high low, I assume. Yeah, bro. Asia liquidity grab. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's the ALG reversal. Alright, we're here. Alright, chat. Now we've basically reached the level that we wanted us to reach on EUGU. You can see we are at this order block to go higher. So now it's time to mark out our lower time frame levels and try and actually catch a trade. We've got our market structure shift level there. So yeah, now I just want to see a movement on the lower time frame in order to confirm reversals, and then I'll be looking to buy. We do need nice bullish momentum to step into the market. Got a clear high to be taken. Got high there, high there. See what DXY is saying. DXY is nearly into the order block on the 30-minute. Or sorry, the hourly. It's getting towards that time. I'm not buying EU price too high. Fair play. Oil pumping like crazy. Gold's tapping into 50% of 4-hour FVG. Yeah, nice. We have filled that now. Yeah, as I said, you'd be valid to really look for buys on gold now, in my opinion. Bye. We're waiting for confirmation first, Mabine. Morning, Lou. Morning, John. How long have you been streaming London session for? Probably about, on YouTube, only about 6 months. But in general, probably about 2 years, to be fair. But I used to have a big TikTok account with like 80,000 followers, but then it got deleted. So I switched over to YouTube. Started again trying to build the YouTube com. It's way. Can I go buy on EU? You execute trade? Not yet, bro. I haven't executed anything on EU. We're waiting for confirmations, boys. We've tapped into this order block, but we want to see lower time frame confirmations first. So this is just looking like a manipulation candle on the higher time frame. Alright, nice. Shorts on EU. I'm more looking for longs right now, bro. I'm waiting for confirmations, but yeah. Yeah, a lot of people looking to buy. It was it was 2 pips from stop loss, then it spiked up. Oh, that's oh, so you actually hit TP with that? That's crazy. That is so lucky. Oil pumping like crazy. Yeah, man. To be fair, it did have a big dip. It did have a big dip. Sort of maxed out at like 120. So yeah, it is pumping sort of now, but overall we are kind of down a little bit on oil. So as you boys know, as the war intensifies, dollar goes up and oil goes up, and then EU and GU go down, and vice versa. So the reason why oil will be down a little bit from these highs is because tensions have sort of lessened a little bit. There's more negotiations going on. Not on TikTok. Yeah, I'm on TikTok now. I am on TikTok. Got a new account on there, so. Top of the morning. What are you saying, Vuvi? Top of the morning. 1830 EU resistance. 1830. Alright, on a higher time frame. Yeah, I wouldn't really be considering too high of a time frame on this one. Yeah, we need lower time frame confirmation for sure for this, so we are going to wait on the lower to see if we can have a change of character. Close to having it on GU. There's like oil in USD. Yeah, well that's what they call the petrodollar, bro. But yeah, most people do buy oil in USD. Most people do. GU, what would be the target? For me, it would be the Asia high, bro. And be the Asia high. So this green box, as you see, is the Asia. What are you saying, Lou? You prefer EU or GU buyers? I mean, to be fair, EG's not really massively one way or the other. But, I mean, if I had to lean to one way... I mean, it's not massively bearish because it has had pretty much pure consolidation yesterday. But you can see this morning, price has opened. We've had a big dump and then kind of a big dump again. Which shows that the euro's weaker than the pound. So if the euro's weaker, then that means obviously we want to be buying the pound if we can. But yeah, we need to wait for that confirmation on the lower time frame for sure. At what price would you look to enter gold? I'd look to enter now, bro. Yeah, I think I prefer EU. Yeah, fairs. Fairs, bro. The view number's bugging out. It's saying I've got like 30 views, then it's saying 120. I think I'm on about 120, 130. I got cooked on GU on the 10 AM candle, hit SL, then it went to TP. 10 AM candle. What do you mean the 10 AM candle? $115, yeah. Yeah, I think it is about that, Phil. It's about that. I think G will sweep the 5 minute low, then move up for the order block. That is him. Yeah, I mean, we just haven't seen any buyers step in. We just want to see that lower time frame confirmation where buyers really step in, give us a bit of imbalance, and then we can look to actually enter. But until then, there's no point. It's just too risky. It just really is too risky to enter without that confirmation. Still haven't actually hit this order block yet. On the DXY, we needed to push up a tiny little bit more. EU longs, that's what we're potentially looking for. Was that yesterday? Me too. I got in EU shorts yesterday, bro. I had this trade here. So, only took about 20 minutes to hit TP, so it was a decently efficient trade. Didn't have to sit in it for hours or anything. But yeah, nice. Very near to the order block. Euro pound sells looks nice. Yeah, it did look nice, bro. But the thing is with EG, man, it's so hard to trade where the movement's so small. So even that sell off, it probably looks like a crazy big sell off. Like this bit here, this looks like a mad sell-off. But if you look, fucking hell, it's only 7 pips. So it looks like it's a mad move, but it's only 7 pips. So even if you caught the sell at this order block, stop loss here, TP at the low. You're only aiming for 7 pips, so it's really hard. Like, you're gonna have to use a huge position size to actually make it worth it. You can make it work, but it's just like, just one of those things, boys, where it's really not easy, EG, especially with spreads as well. Spreads on EG are not the best. You get a lot of different prices depending on who you're trading with. So yeah, EG, it can be nice, but it's just hard to actually execute on in the reality of it. Who else is bearish on a U today? Were you looking to get in, Unknown, or you're not looking to get in? Do you wait for the lower time frame confirmations from the 5-minute or 1-minute time frame when using detail? It depends, bro. I prefer a 5-minute one if possible, but sometimes you just don't get any 5-minute to wait for. If gold gets a 5-minute trade through, is ALG entry valid? Yeah. Morning, Lou. I'm sat on my hands watching. No setups just yet. Fair play. Let us know if you find anything. Yeah, gold is valid. You can see we are reacting nicely off that 4-hour imbalance. We've swept the Asia low, as we said we wanted to wait for. We've got our external low. Again, this is really the move that we're actually trying to catch. Just that distribution away from our order block. You can see we've got that internal order block, that external high. So we're just trying to really catch that next move. I'd wait for. Bear in mind, you've got quite a bit to aim for, so we are getting nice price action on the lower time frame though. We are getting nice price action. Are we bullish on a U? A lot of people are just spam asking me, are we bullish or bearish? Everyone just keeps on coming on and saying, oh, what are we looking at buyers or sells? Are we looking at buyers or sells? You guys should really have your own idea and then just compare it to mine, ideally. You don't just want to purely copy. I don't think. Looking for EU sells. Yeah, there's nowhere really to get in on sells. I'm waiting for a liquidity sweep and then longs on GU. We've already really swept liquidity, bro. We've swept a decent amount. We've swept the Asia low. And then we've obviously swept this low as well. From just before the Asia session. So really the only thing left is the New York session. So that means essentially that's the range low as well. So you need it to break the whole range low in order to then buy all the way up. I prefer at this point to see buys off this order block. I'll be honest though, we're not seeing any buyers stepping in. Dollar's just pumping right now. We need to see that clear sellers stepping in. We need to see clear sellers stepping in. No trade for London for me. Fair play, yeah. This isn't the best London session at all, really. Especially with where the DTO's placed as well. It's very far down. So that doesn't really give us any help. Yeah, this London session, boys, is just going to be patient. It's going to be all about patience, just waiting and waiting. Even yesterday, to a degree, was about patience. We waited for a lot of confirmation yesterday in order to get into that short. Yeah, we waited. There was a lot of things that we waited for. before actually executing. And that's the same with today. You don't want to go in too quick. You do want to wait for your confirmations. How's April been for you? Yeah, good, man. I've had a good April, I'll be honest. A lot of people have been struggling since the war started, but I've actually found it pretty decent. It's the thing about trading London session as well, is you don't really... It's only sort of the tail end of the London session where we're getting these Trump tweets and things like that. So the price action for London's genuinely been quite alright, generally. Do you think SMT on previous month low will hold on DXY versus EUGU? Previous month low. Previous month low, so... Yeah, I didn't actually notice that, to be fair. Yeah, so DXY hasn't taken the monthly low, but EU has taken the monthly high, and GU has also taken the monthly high. Did we take that? No, it couldn't have been yesterday. Must have been the day before. Yeah, no buyers at all stepping in, but absolutely no buyers are stepping in. Let's get the news up just to make sure that we haven't really got anything going on. Yeah, Trump ain't going to tweet market open. You're right. Just those who trade random times are getting... Yeah, trust. That's it, really. I mean, and especially with what Trump's tweeting, as long as you're not in at the time, it's actually alright. Because the rhetoric's always pretty obvious. He always tweets something out that's clearly bullish or clearly bearish. So as long as you don't actually get caught in the crossfire of when he actually tweets it, post-tweet, or he claims that there's basically a ceasefire and they're going to have peace in the Middle East. But yeah, I've actually found London session pretty good, man, for April. How do you mark out your DTO? I don't get it, thanks. Tell you what, bro. If you want me to explain the DTO to you, just book in a call, man. I'll drop a link. I'll drop a link in the chat now. And if you want to, we can jump on like a 20-minute call, and I can just explain to you what the DTO is, how I trade the strategy. So I'll just drop it in the chat right now. You can book a call there. Anyone else who does want to book in a call, you can do that. But the how you mark it out is just a 5 AM candle, bro. So I start at 5 AM. Yeah, dollar's super strong right now. Okay, G's actually taken that low. That's 100%, bro. 100%. If you've not been seeing all these accounts, not even just for trading, boys, but even on like Poly Market, when that Maduro thing happened, I think someone put on like they made an account that day and then put on a 400k bet at 10 to 1 that Maduro would be captured by the end of the next day or something, or the end of the week or whatever it was. Walked away with like fucking 3 million quid and deleted his account or whatever. That's on fucking Poly Market. So if they're doing it that blatantly on Poly Market, then just think what they're doing in the charts. Another thing is, if you look at oil prices, you can see the manipulation like firsthand. It's so obvious, right? So if you look, this line here is when Trump was elected, basically, right? So, and if you see what happens, right? If you look at oil before Trump got elected, look what oil was doing, right? Trending down, clearly trending down, right? Lower, 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 lower. You can see oil prices were dropping for like for the last, what, 3 years? Yeah, for the last 3 years, oil prices were pure dropping. Then look what happens when Trump gets elected. Alright? When Trump gets elected, we clear out all these lows. Obviously, all the previous lows, we clear them all out. And then, what do we get? Clear out all the lows. Trump gets elected here. And then for the first time, we start getting higher lows. Higher highs. Higher lows. So notice how that trend reverses. Notice how that trend reverses. And bear in mind, we've been down for like 3 years. We've been trending downwards. Trump gets elected. We start trading up for about 2 months. We have a small uptrend. This is clearly where all the insiders are getting in. And then the news breaks that America are going into Iran, and then that's when you see the giga pump like that. Right, but just look at that chart, right? A massive downtrend. Massive downtrend. And then as soon as Trump gets elected, the uptrend starts, and then the news breaks, and everyone, obviously, who bought here made a fuckload of money. Even some of the Trump crypto shit is like genuinely criminal. Like, he's stolen billions from the crypto market. It's fucking mad. Might get an inversion here. Yeah, that's a madness. Something is controlling the world, bro. Facts. Facts, bro. Just these insiders. The thing is, but at least back in the day, they tried to hide it from us. Now they don't even fucking hide it. Trump don't even hide it. I don't understand why some people ask analysis to back live. You can't go back live. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I don't understand why some people ask. Yeah, trust me. Boys, if I missed any comments, just put them in the chat again, man. That was a great example, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, oil is just like, it's just so clear as well. Like, that's what I mean. They didn't even try to hide it. Genuinely, as soon as he's elected, a 3-year trend finishes. Price creeps up, and then the news breaks. It's like fucking so blatant. If I missed any comments, chat, let me know. I know what pair is this. This is EU, brother. Let me put it on the screen. It says in the bottom right now what pair it is. See if we can get an inversion. Let's see if we get the inversion, chat. This is what we're really waiting for. This is really what we're waiting for, boys. It feels like recessions are always planned as well, like wars as catalyst for the recession to start. After a recession, the rich get richer because they know the timing is planned to them. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, bro. It's like, stuff like that is true, but it's more just, the more money you have, the more opportunities you really have. It's like, if you're already a billionaire and you've got millions liquid, then during these times you can actually afford to take risks. But majority of people just have fucking the bare minimum, so they can't actually afford to take any risks. Like, most people know, most people are aware what you should do during, like, people know right now the housing market's kind of crashing. They know right now you should be buying houses, but the average person just can't afford to be doing that. The rich always do get richer, but that's why we got to break in, boys. So our trading's so good, though. If you can get good at one thing, which is just reading a fucking chart, you can make so much money. And then invest it into other things. That's the goal. During COVID, why was oil price so low? Because no one was using oil, bro. There's no cars on the road and shit like that. No one was using oil. And one of the main reasons was, so no one was basically using any oil, right? So you have to pay to actually store your oil. But obviously, oil, it normally comes in and then goes out, comes in and then goes out. But during COVID, when no one was using oil, people had oil just sitting in a warehouse. They couldn't get rid of it, so then they had to pay the rent or whatever to keep it in the warehouse. You have to pay to store it. So no one wanted to have oil on their hands. Everyone was trying to sell oil. No one wanted oil because you couldn't sell it. You couldn't sell it to anyone, and you had to put in it, which is a big reason why it crashed. That's why we got that shock crash as well when oil went to negative prices. That was why it went to negative prices. It seems like it's kind of a stupid thing, but then when you think about it on a large scale, when COVID just hit, and if you're stuck with a million barrels of oil, you've got to fucking pay what 20 grand a week to actually keep that there, probably more, probably like 100 grand a week to actually store that oil. You ain't going to want to have it. You're just burning through money. You do anything to get rid of it. You'd even give it away for free, which is eventually why prices went negative. And obviously, essentially, people was paying someone else to take oil off your hands. Essentially. It's like the equivalent of if you had like fucking, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. Something I got in front of me. Okay, let's just say deodorant. It's basically the equivalent of deodorant, yeah? And you buy like fucking 100,000 bottles of deodorant and it's all over your fucking house. It's stored in your room. It's stored in your kitchen. There's just deodorant bottles everywhere. And then your missus goes, get rid of these fucking deodorant bottles. I'm fed up with it. And does your head in and says, you got to oh no, you can't have these deodorant bottles all over the house. What are you going to do? You're going to think, fuck mate, I'd pay someone to take these off my hands. You're stuck with a bunch of fucking deodorant bottles. Just stuck with something you don't want, essentially. I don't know, he's alright. What's he really doing right now? Is he still on the kick thing? Is he still on the kick thing? I should really dual stream on Kick. I've got like 700 followers. That's probably more than like most man on Kick as well. Is he not here? Oh, here he is. Oh no, he does still stream. I don't really know how people watch him, to be honest. Like, who's sitting there going, yeah, boys, put on that TJL gambling stream. What's this? Live trading market open, a 3-minute long stream. Okay.
Bro, my Wi-Fi keeps cutting out. Anyways, 2 for 1 on the week. I probably won't trade Thursday. And Friday, I kind of doubt I'll trade too because it's CPI news data. So yeah, I'll
Why are we talking about deodorant again? Basically just saying about the oil prices. If you're logged with like a fucking million bottles of deodorant, you'd pay someone to come round to your house and take it away from you. It's like on Facebook Marketplace when people have fucking a sofa sitting there and they don't want it. They'll pay someone to come round and pick it up and just take it off them. Same equivalent reason. Just at an actual higher scale. I think he was good at the first 2 years ago. Then I feel like he just switched to course money. Yeah, man, it's all he cares about is just making dough from, yeah, let's just be honest. Now, there are loads of ways to get rich. That's just limiting beliefs. Wait, what? The thing is, Forex or trading became inaccessible. It will be hard to get rich. I feel like trading is the only thing where it's just you against you. That's a beauty compared to any other hustle. Yeah, nah, facts. It's the only thing where it is literally you against you. You haven't got to rely on anything else other than just yourself. What's the Twitter page that tells you all the news? It's called Squawk News, bro. Or First Squawk. If I missed any comments, boys, you put them in again. Yeah, now there are loads of ways to make money, but you sound like you against yourself. Trading's like the only way. You haven't got to rely on customers. You haven't got to rely on advertising. You haven't got to rely on people working for you, employees. Or products. All you got to rely on is yourself, your own trading ability, which is why a lot of people are drawn to it. Just enter GJ Longs. Yeah. Fairs. Yeah, I do like the look of GJ Longs. I mean, personally, I'd want it to fill this fair value gap a bit first. I do think we're coming off of this order block up here. But I do want us to see us fill this fair value gap before we get the sell-off. So I do want us to push up first and then go down. So with GJ, I do want us to push down first and then have that move higher. So we'll see if we do get that. See if we do get that move. Okay, the DXY looks like it could actually be inverting. EU looks like it could be. GU looks like it could be. Alright, let's wait for this 5-minute close, boys. Let's wait for this 5-minute close. Who's looking to get in EU, GU, boys? Have you entered any trade today? Not yet today, bro. Oh, mate. I feel bare stiff. I've already entered fairs. Wait for EUG to go a bit lower. Fair play. I mean, I do think we are at the order block I was looking at now. So if we do get a good reaction, I wouldn't really be looking for it to go any lower. To be fair. I'm going EU long if we get an IFEG. Fair play, Ryan. You trade into DTO. You could aim for the DTO, to be fair. You could aim for the DTO. The DTO will be 30 pips away. Asia High will be 40. So, yeah, you may as well aim for the DTO, to be fair. Bear in mind, if you do enter off the IFEG, it's going to look like this. Five pip stop loss. So if you do aim for the DTO, still like 31 pips, which is really nice. Same on GU. So it's about a 6-1 on EU. GU will probably be quite similar. Yeah, exact same. 5 pip stop. It's going to be about... Bruv. It's going to be about, what, 30 pip TP? Yeah, literally bang on. So, yeah, 6-1 on GU. 6-1 on EU. DXY, we want to wait for the close below first, obviously. We don't just want to see price fill it, because what we do to these fair value gaps is we fill it and then continue higher. So if you don't know what IFEGs are, what confirmation we're waiting for, as I said, boys, I'll drop a link in the chat right now. You can book a call with me and I can explain that confirmation to you for free. But if I show you briefly... Where are we? Yeah, if we see, obviously we've got this. When we have a bullish fair value gap, we should tap in and continue higher as we did previously. So you can see we tapped into the fair value gap, continue higher. So this fair value gap, we should tap in and continue higher. You can see. Let me get rid of that. You can see instead we actually closed below the fair value gap. We actually closed below the fair value gap, so that means that it flips and then we look to enter like that. So that's basically what we're looking at now, essentially. You can see entry on 50% of the retap. You can see, so it'll be a sweep of the Asia high, inversion, stop loss on the high, TP on the low, and then that. So that's essentially what we're trying to catch, just the opposite. So this one's looking at sells to the Asia low. We're looking at buyers to the Asia high. So we do want to see it close below, because remember, chat, what we should do in this scenario is fill it and then continue higher. So that could definitely be what this is doing. We could just be filling it to move higher. So I do want to wait definitely for an actual close below for me in order to get in. So we're going to have to wait for another 5-minute candle. Everyone drop a like on the YouTube stream, boys. How many likes we got in here? How many likes we got in here? Right, we got 25 likes. We got 150 man watching, 25 likes. What, so you man aren't liking the stream, nah? Say nothing. Say nothing. Say nothing. If you're watching on TikTok, boys, everyone double tap the screen. For some reason, no one on YouTube actually seems to like the stream. Seems to be actually not enjoying themselves here for some reason. No, I'm joking. Boys, drop a like though on the YouTube stream if you're fucking rating the streams. If you're rating these streams. Helps push the channel out there. Nearly at 30k subscribers. Let's have a look at the news. Let's have a look at the news. Nothing really massive that I'm seeing come out right now. EU, possibility of UK participation in Ukraine. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, boys. We're just fully focused on Ukraine. That's all we're looking at every day without fail. Come on, Jed. Big up to you, my bro. Same on GU, this advice. Yeah, bro. Got the nice sell off in the DTO of bang on 7. Bro, Bitcoin buy or sell. I'd look to sell Bitcoin, bro. I'll be looking to sell BTC. Everyone drop a like on the YouTube stream right now. Everyone drop a like on the YouTube stream. Let's get 50 likes in here real quick. We're still waiting for the DXY to close below. Got 2 minutes left. Right, you know what we may as well do for the last, while we're waiting for those last 2 minutes. We haven't done this in a while. Let's check what BBC's talking about. Breakthrough, £90,000 Alzheimer's drug. Bro, why is the... Israel-Lebanon talks will happen today. Okay, we might actually get drip-fed some of that shit. We might get drip-fed some of the talks between Lebanon and Israel. Australia PM shores up Asia fuel suppliers as refinery burns at home. Renault exec. We don't care about Renault exec. What's your opinion on people trading 30-second time frame? If you're trading this 30-second time frame, you just can't trade. I'm not gonna lie, it just shows that you can't trade. Like straight up. Only reason people like this is why I say futures is the biggest fucking cope in the world, yeah. Because people know that they can't trade, so they think, all right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trade futures where there's no spread, so I can get an exact entry. Then I'm gonna trade it on the 30-second time frame on super high leverage. So all I really need to do is catch like a 2-point move, and then I'm good. Like people will go on like NAS, for example, and go on like I don't even think I can use the 30-second, but they'll literally take a move like this. And there's no spreads. That's the only reason people do it, is they can't actually trade, so they want to just get the most fucking luckiest bullshit trades. Basically just gambling, essentially, is what that is on the 30-second. But that's what bear people do on futures. It's what fucking TJR does as well. Do you guys ever realise TJR goes on like the 1 minute? Whenever TJR actually wins a trade, if he marks out like a 3 or 4 to 1, it will always lose. But when he loses, what it will do, he'll go on the lower time frame, on like the 1 minute or the 30-second, go on NAS or the S&P, and just put on a tiny, tiny, tiny little trade, which is obviously going to hit. He's going to supposedly take partials or whatever at like fucking 0.3 RR, and then he's going to get out and say, oh, I profited 50 grand on that. It's just not the reality of trading, boys, at all. It's never going to be able to actually properly trade that way. So yeah, I don't rate the 30-second time frame. I think if you're on the 30-second time frame, you need to learn how to trade and grow up a little bit. Right, we've had that close below. We've had that close below. So you are valid now to be trying to look for these shorts. Two secs, chat, 2 secs. I've seen one of his trades at 0.8 RR and made 200k. That's what I'm saying, boys. Like, who's really out here risking fucking... It doesn't make any sense to do that, innit? I do still think GU's the more bullish of the two. I don't know why people take partials under 1R, because they're not, because they can't trade, bro. They can't trade. That's why. That's why. Partials can be good, but like people just use them in every trade. Like people will genuinely use partials once it's like fucking, yeah, you're right. Once it's like 1R up, okay, yep, break even and taking partials. Just like, mate, you're never gonna make anything. The issue with going break even and taking partials is you don't want to get a winning trade and walk away with like zero, or basically less than what you risked. Say you have a trade and you take partials at 1R and then it gets break evened. Say, let's say you took out half. Let's say you took out half, right? On at 1R. So you've made 0.5% and then you've got out a break even. So that means from a winning trade, you've actually made 0.5%. So you're essentially trading with negative RR. But when they actually draw it on, they'll draw it with this massive like 6 RR. And just so they think that, yeah, I'm catching a 6R. But you're not though, because as soon as it goes 1R in profit, you're taking partials and setting break even. So yeah, it's not worth it. It's one of those comforting things. It's like wearing a hat. No, I'm joking. That was the shittest analogy ever. But no, it's just one of those comforting things you do to put your mind at ease type thing. It can be good. You aim for detail, yeah, bro. I just set and forget, bro. Yeah, it's the best thing to do. Which is pair you looking for now? EUGU buyers, bro. Think I'm going to head to the gym. It's like watching paint dry this morning. Yeah, it is. We have got a few buyers stepping into the market right now, though. We have got buyers stepping in. The only issue is we do have this greater fair value gap up here. So to be honest, chat, I'm actually going to wait for this one to get inverted. If I'm going to get in. Reason being is, as I said, I can see us on the higher time frame potentially breaking this low due to this the break of this high not being so strong. It was really just caused by one kind of candle. If we look, so we actually broke this high here. But if you look at what broke it, it was really one candle, one 15-minute candle, and then we just came straight back down. So it kind of tells me that buyers don't really want to step in here, and we don't want to push it any higher. That may be just because we needed a retracement, but just based on how I'm seeing the charts, I do think there's a chance that price actually takes out that low and continues down. So therefore, I'm not going to assume that that's going to happen because that'll be stupid. I'm not going to doubt the trend. If the trend's bullish, I will assume it's bullish. I'm just cautious of it. Therefore, if I'm looking to actually buy this trend, I'm going to wait for big confirmation. rather than this kind of smaller IFVG that we've got. So the move that I'll actually be really trying to execute on will be something like this. So if we can close above this 15 minute, that is what I'll be trying to actually execute on. And I'm happy to let people get a better entry than me. They're going to get way better RR, but it's just going to be more risky. So yeah, I'll happily let people can get in here if they want. I'll rather wait for that good confirmation, pull back, and then get that trade there. So that's what I'd more be looking at, chat. But it's up to you if you want to take that risk and actually get in now. That's absolutely your decision, your preference. But it's just really where I doubt the trend a little bit. I doubt how strong the trend really is. So yeah, why are we not getting any entry in the first 2 hours of the market lately? So frustrating. Just is what it is, bro. You just got to adapt from that. I used to trade till 10 a.m. exclusively, only trade till 10. Now I'll trade till 11. So it's just about adapting, bro. It's good that step one is you've actually noticed that. That's good, because a lot of people don't even bother noticing it. They'll just say, oh, shit price action, that's it. So the fact you've actually looked for it is good. Give me 2 secs, chat. I need to grab a charger. My charger's mad broke. Let me grab a charger real quick, chat. It'll be 2 secs. I'll be 2 secs. Let's chat what we saying. What we saying. Do 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 do. 2 secs, chat. If I missed any comments, boys, give me 2 secs. I'll answer them. Just plug my phone on charge. Prerogative. I'm not sure why you just randomly said that, Simon. Set my limit. I will go to the gym now. See you tomorrow. Sweet Sebo. Sweet brother. Rather wait for the 15 minutes, to be honest. Fair play, bro. We've got a lot of relative equal highs above the Asia high. Yeah, bro, we do. We do. Risk reward chart 1 to 2 with 40 win rate is profitable according to TradingView. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I'm never taking partials again. Since I caught a 1 to 8 and only bagged 3 RR due to taking them. Yeah, bro, it's just not the one. Exactly, I feel like partials and 1-to-1 break even hurt even more long term. 100% they do, bro. They do. And there's no actual need for it. Like, think about it. If you've got a profitable strategy, why would you add partials and break? Why would you add extra steps in there? Like, why? If your strategy works, why would you add an extra little step in there? It doesn't make sense. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is EU. Sorry, bro. You were talking about people's choices. Oh, yeah. Morning, Lou. What you saying? Long EUG. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. That's what I'm looking for right now, Kim. It's game time. Chat, I think I should put on smart casual for game day. You know what, chat? The trade's actually... We're going to get some trade soon, so let me... Alright, yeah, chat. Let me put on smart casual. Let me put on smart casual to watch this trade. Hang on. We'll put on the intro. Who remembers this from the football? trying to look for some glasses. For some reason I fucking can't find them. It's kind of annoying. Where the fuck are these glasses, bro? What the hell? Where the hell are these glasses? Bro, have someone thieved these fucking glasses? That's jarring. Someone's actually... Bro, they're like gold as well. I don't know if they're real gold, but they are gold. Alright, we're smartened up a little bit, chat. We're smartened up a little bit to catch these trades. We had a bearish change of character, so I'm not keen on longs. On what time frame, bro? Would you ever move to Dubai for keeping extra profits? Nah, bro. Nah. Dubai don't interest me in the slightest, man. I'll be honest, the only time I'd move to Dubai is if I need to do business there. If I needed to meet people in Dubai for a certain reason, then I'd go there. I'm not like a Dubai hater, it's just not really a bit of me, to be honest, boys. I much prefer, like, I don't know. Let's just say there's a reason why they have 0% tax. Let's just say that. There's a reason they got 0% tax. There's a reason they've got to have 0% tax to make people actually want to go there. There's a reason they've got that tax. Alright, chat. Yo, GJ, what are you looking for on GJ, bro? I'll be looking for buyers, to be fair, on GJ, but I'll wait a little hot minute first. Yeah, gold's still looking nice, boys. Bear in mind, I'm trying to look for gold buyers. But again, I do want price to confirm to me, close above this, retest, and then we look to go. I am bullish on gold. I've been for a while. Well, have been for ages now, to be fair. We pretty much caught literally the bottom of this whole entire trend, chat. This gold swing was naughty. And then we caught loads off the back of that. We had this buy here. We had that buy there. We had that buy there. $15 minutes and a 30-second change of character. 30 seconds. I don't really consider the 30 second, to be fair, bro. I don't consider the 30 second. I never go on the 30-second chart. Yeah, here's the fair value gap that we're tapping into. You can see the reason I think this fair value gap's a little bit more, well, better to wait for is because if you look at the actual distribution move, this is the only fair value gap in the whole distribution. You can see none of these candles here have a fair value gap in there. So if we invert this, then it will actually confirm to me that we don't want to react and go higher. Because I think if we can close below this, then we're basically going to take this low. So closing below this fair value gap is just a confirmation that we're going to take this low. Because there's no other POIs. So I'd wait for that and then obviously that move there in order to get in sells. Versus if you take it off the 5 minute, yeah, it does show that bears have stepped in because they've disrespected this level. But what it also shows, is that we could still be reacting to something on the 15. So for example, if we're looking at the 5 minute, let's assume we was aggressive buyers in this market, right? Then where would you be looking to buy from? You'd be looking to buy from here. So even though we've disrespected this fair value gap up here, I'd personally be looking to buy from this order block. So that tells me we haven't got enough confirmation that we're going to sell all the way down just through inverting this. Because we could invert this and then react off this order block to the upside. So that's why I think the 15 minutes are a bit better for your confirmation. As I said, because it's the only fair value gap of the actual range. So if we close below, there's nothing else here for me that we'd actually want to react off. So we should be able to just push down to the DTO. Does that make sense? Dubai is so guru, if you get me. Doesn't seem like it's as good as it's portrayed. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's lovely when you're there. It just depends what you like, man. I ain't really the type of person to like Dubai. Bear in mind, chat, I'm from Essex, right? And Essex is literally Essex is Dubai coded. A load of don't want to be rude, but a load of bellends thinking money's everything, thinking if they got a fucking nice car then it means they're up in life, even though they've spent all their dough on the car. Thinking they got a nice kettle it means they're the man, even though they've got no business and they've just spent all their dough on a kettle. Like you see through the facade of Dubai when you're from Essex, because there's so many people from Essex in Dubai, and it's all the type of people, you know what they're like here. They're the exact type of person that just fucking spends all their dough on trying to look like the man, and you know for a fact they ain't. So that's just personally why I wouldn't go. It's mainly, mate, there's a few reasons, but mainly for the English people that are actually there and their personalities. So it's not really a fault of Dubai itself. I ain't got nothing against Dubai itself. Probably is a little bit too hot for me as well. I'll be honest. Maybe that's a childish take. Slating the Essex wide boys for real. Now, obviously, big up where I come from and that. Big up Essex. Essex is 30, but you do get a lot of people here. That's basically like HS Tiki Toki, innit? He's actually not that bad compared to some people, but like that type of person. I know I actually think he's funny and shit, but like, you know how he cares just so much about like what people think of him, like what dough people think he's got, or my potential investors and all shit like that. I know he does it for a joke, but loads of people in Essex are actually genuinely like that. Like, and actually, you would have tapped in if you got on that smaller entry. I think Mace is jumping in. Let me quickly check. He's actually WhatsApped me. Oh my days, bro. How have I done that? My hair's like pushed down on my hat. Hat or no hat? What looks better? What looks better, chat? Hat or no hat? What are you man saying? What looks smarter? Hat, no hat, I love your trim. Sounds a little bit sarcastic. On Tiki. Yeah, as I said, boys, this is the... To be fair, GU's actually got a few gaps. So GU's actually got this gap here. As well, to be fair, do we have a lower one? Yeah, to be fair, this is GU's only gap as well. So this is the level I'll be waiting to get inversed on GU. Be this Fair Valley gap up here. And yeah, even, well, okay, yeah, the euro's really gaining strength right now as well. Okay, dollar's pushing back up, so a lot of you are going to be entered into these trades pretty soon. As I said, I'm waiting for that extra confirmation, but we'll see how you boys do. Chat, is anyone in EU or GU? Me, sarcastic, I always hype you. Oh, big up ZX. Cover that hair up, mate. Bro, where are them glasses that I was trying to wear? That would have given me the aura. That would have given aura, bro. I don't know where they're gone. They in here? Bro, I actually lose so much shit. Oh my days, bro. Look what I've just found in here. This is what I'm saying. I can't even show you, man, on TikTok. Oh my days, bro. It's actually got shit in there as well. You may know what this is. This is probably about 10 years old. Not that. Probably about 4 years old. Can't even show you, man, on TikTok. What else have I got in there? Who remembers this phone? Who remembers this goated phone? Somehow it's stuck to him. Who remembers this one? This is actually a bare nice looking phone. Who remembers that though? Goated phone. BBM. Oh mate, BBM was the absolute one. The absolute one. He's taking a mick? Nah, he's not taking a mick. The juice, yeah. Here to trade, not here to judge our Pookie. Okay, appreciate the support, brother, but I don't know. The word Pookie seems a little bit almost violatory. And this, fucking hell, Dean, mate, we get it, you're religious. Holy shit. Bro, we're trying to like get on with trading. Bro comes in here and says, and this worldly life is nothing but play and amusement, and indeed the hereafter is the real life, if only they knew. Fucking hell. Well, you get it, bro, you're religious. I mean, I think most of us are religious as well, but amen. Come on. THC juice brings me back to Zach. Yeah, trust me, bro. Possible gold trade through G. I'll have a look at gold in a sec. The old spot. Yeah, it's probably more that TD, to be fair. If I missed any comments, boys, drop me in the chat again. Where in Essex you from? Fucking hell, what do you want, my postcode or something? Yeah, chat, if I missed any comments on YouTube, just let me know again. Yeah, I think Macy's getting in. Actually, I was meant to check my WhatsApp 2 secs. Yeah, Macy's getting in this one. Built my own indicator with AI. I built my own indicator through foreign labour. If you want it, by the way, chat, join the Discord. It's called Sessions, Ranges and Equilibriums by Richesse. It gives you all the sessions, Friday high, Friday low. Just do time-based levels. Gold might be going down. Let's have a look at gold, actually. Oh, yeah, we've almost got that trade through on the 15. Got 2 minutes left to the close. I'm personally going to be targeting 4871. Again, just taking advantage of that bullish trend, expecting it to continue. You can see, really, we're getting clear. Break to the high, break to the high, break to the high. So we should really just trust that this trend is going to continue. So I'm trying to catch this part of the leg here. So when we zoom in a little bit, you can see we have got this leg in price. This leg in price. Poor drawing, but... and then we've got this order block here as our internal liquidity, and this high is our external. So we want price to go from this order block up to the external high. We're already like halfway there, so the part of the move we're trying to catch is this bit here. Just a continuation of that. When we look at actually the setup itself, you can see for a start we've got this 4-hour imbalance. So we tapped into the order block, come off with nice momentum. That momentum left the fair value gap, which we've tapped into. So we tapped into that gap. Also on the 4-hour tapped and closed above, which is nice confirmation. And then obviously when we go on the 15-minute, you can see we've swept the Asia low as we tapped into that 4-hour. So we swept the Asia low. So now we're just waiting for our confirmations on a lower time frame. And we'll be looking to enter here and then looking to buy up. With the ALG, we typically only aim for the Asia high. So I really will be looking for, as I said, first of all, we need to close above. A retap into that. And then I'll be going something like this with my stop loss on the low and my TP on the Asia high. You can aim for more than the Asia high. You can obviously aim for that external high if you want to. But with gold, I feel like you do kind of want to get in and out. I mean, with gold, you can catch the trend. So I can see reasons for aiming for the high and reasons for aiming for the Asia high. But personally, with the ALG, you don't want to fix what's not broken. You don't want to fuck with a strat. So just aim for the Asia high. Take your 2-to-1. Don't be a greedy boy and aim for a 5-to-1 and get biblically cooked. But then again, it's up to you. If you want to be a bad man, then be a bad man. Yeah, Macy's getting in this. So I think Macy's in this one now. So let's see how it plays out. As I said, I'm not getting in. Reason being, where is the entry? There you go. Right, so Macy's in this one. Mace, by the way, if you guys don't know, is the other host of these streams. So he comes live for the New York session. As I said, chat, very soon, within the next few weeks, we are moving... fucking hell, I've just got the weirdest text get sent through. Yeah, very soon we are going to be in the office again. We're going to be in a new office, a fucking massive office. The trading law for that office is insane. As I said, when I'm there, I'll let you know about the law to it. But yeah, we're going to be able to do streams with both of us here in a full office space. So like we can have a bigger, wider lens camera. See how the camera right now, I mean, I'll show you on TikTok what I mean. But my camera now is just this camera here. So if you see the face cam, you can only really kind of just see my face. But we're going to get a wider lens camera so you lot will be able to see the whole office. You'll be able to see my traders trading behind me. You'll be able to see me like fully, the whole, mate. It's going to be sick. It's going to be way better. But yeah, that's Mace, who's my best mate, who we run Richesse together. And he's in this EU long right now. So let's see how it plays out. Did well to not get in on that GU. As I said, this is the reason why I wanted that extra confirmation. We've just taken the low though now, so again, there's another level we have to wait for if you are looking to get into GU. Are you in the trade yet, boss? Now, as I said, man, I'm going to be waiting for this 15-minute trade through. For me, there's no need to not one here. It's going to be a 6-1. So this one's just way more risky. And that's basically it. This one's just more risky. So you're either taking a risky trade for a 6-1. I'd rather take a lower risk trade and actually be confident and catch a 3-1. But that's just me. So maybe you trade a little bit differently. We'll see. Mace has actually jumped in this one. So he's got a little bit slightly different in terms of his bias. But, well, not his bias, but the way he's hitting the trade. That will be, wow, that'll be epic, bro. It'll be more than epic, bro. It'll be more than epic. Don't know what even is more than epic, but wait. What word is better than epic? Long story. What? How's that similar? It's going to be heroic. It's going to be grand. It's going to be monumental. It's going to be Homeric. It's going to be vast. It's going to be Miltonian. It's going to be lofty. It's going to be grandiloquent. It's going to be high-flown, high-sounding, extravagant, bombastic, ambitious, heroic, grand, arduous, extraordinary, Herculean, huge, monumental is what those streams are going to be. Are you bullish or bearish on EU and GU? Bullish, bro. I'm personally waiting for more confirmation in order to get into buyers. Biblical. Come on, bro. I love that word, biblical. I find it so jokes. If you're a lifetime member and lifetime signal member investing in Richesse, do we get an invite to the office a couple times a year? 100%, bro. 100%. Jed, I'll be real. You're already being invited anyway because we got an idea for what we're gonna do to you. We're basically gonna buy. Have you lot seen Cloudy the Chance of Meatballs? The guy that wears that chicken costume. What we're gonna do? We're gonna set a massive campfire in the middle of the office. We're gonna put Jed on a massive spit and then dress him up like a chicken and burn him alive. He paused the TikTok for that. That is a joke, by the way, chat. Jed is my friend. I feel like I need to say that for the YouTube algo. Mate, I'm down. Wow. That was a joke, obviously. Jed is my friend. Mate, I got it from you. It cracks me up. Yeah, it's jokes. See how this one does. Yeah, it looks cooked, boys. I'll be real. And this is exactly why I wanted to wait for this confirmation here. We could still trade into it. Even I think, to be honest, chat, I think even if we are looking to go bullish, I feel like we do need to fill it more than we have done now. So I do think we're going to most likely make a return to it. I think it is a good idea to set your stops at break even if you are trading EU. If we do manage to return to this 15-minute, once we get there, I'd set my stops at break even, to be honest. To be fair, most people probably do it when we get here. But yeah, let's see. As I said, I'm not in this one. I was waiting for extra confirmation. Mace is in this one, though. I'm not sure if he's full wrist or half wrist or whatever, but yeah, no, in all seriousness, boys, if you are lifetime members, you will get opportunities to come down to the office. People know, boys, our old office, we had bare people come down. The new YouTube video that's uploading today, boys, is going to be class. It's going to be class. What are you saying, DF? How you doing, bro? I'm waiting for 50-minute IFVG. Would you target Asia high? On a U, exactly what I'm looking for, bro. This 5-minute doesn't convince me enough, so I'm waiting for a 15-minute trade through, and then I'll be looking to enter here, stop here, TP at the Asia high. So I need price to go like this first, close above this, tap down, and then yeah, that's what I'm going to be catching. As I said, it's too risky for me to personally jump in right here. I do want to wait for confirmation. So let's see how we do. You can see the euro is fucking very strong right now. Let me get rid of this for the time being. But you can see it's really eaten up that dip already. The euro's got a bit of strength. Let me quickly check the news because there might be a reason for that. Alright, let's check the news. Everyone double tap the screen if you're watching on TikTok, boys. Lag? I don't think we are lagging, bro. I just put it on pause quickly. What's your YouTube handle? My YouTube is Richesse FX, boys. We've got about 155 man in the stream right now. 153 man in the stream. If you are trying to tune in, boys, YouTube is Richesse FX. So same as the name you see up there, Richesse, just FX at the end. Yeah, we've got one of the best comms in the game over there. Everyone on the YouTube stream. Drop a like on the YouTube vid right now, boys. If you rate this stream, don't forget to subscribe as well. If you are new around here, boys, we live stream trade in the London session every single day. I share my own personal trades and the way I see the market. I do have mentorship and signals as well if you are interested in that. But we try to do as much as we can on here for free, helping you guys out and showing you how to trade the London session. I trade two main strategies, ALG reversal and DTO continuation. They're the two strategies that enabled me to quit my job and be a full-time trader for the past 3 to 4 years. So yeah, if you are looking to find a good streamer who's live consistently every day, you found the right stream, boys. So make sure you subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I'm live. Yeah, we haven't had too many trades this week. I'm not in this one. If you're new here, by the way, I'm not in this one yet. I'm waiting for further confirmation. I've only had 2 trades so far this week. One of them was a loss here. I'll quickly draw it on. So this was on Monday. If you was in the stream, all these were caught on stream. The buyers and the sells both. Sorry, the wins and the losses both caught on stream. As you can see, this was the loss we had. This was the loss we had. It was a little bit different to that, but that was essentially what it was on Monday, which obviously was a 1% loss. And then, nicely enough, yesterday, we got that dub, which made up for it. About 3.5R. To be fair, it was actually less because my stop loss was bigger. I just chopped it. So I only got like 2% off this. So basically up just a decent amount for the week. But yeah, as I said, both of these trades were caught on stream. So that's what we do. Winners or losers, we share them all. As I said, I do trade full time. This is the exact strategy that has made me profitable. So yeah, we are always winning more than we're losing. And you guys can check that for yourself if you go back and watch the past streams. As I said, chat, I'm not in this one. So chat, don't just jump in because you think I'm in. I'm not in this one yet. Mace getting cooked. I'm not sure. I think he, well, yeah, he would be getting slightly. But the thing is, boys, like, you have a stop loss for a reason. It's quite a tight one. It's only 5 pips, so this can look pretty bad. But you got to think it's 2 pips down. It's like, what even is that? It's nothing. Yeah, we can see that the dollar has pushed up though now. So is it going to break this high or is it not? Just got stopped out. Unlucky, bro. That's why I wait for extra confirmation, man. It's exactly why I wait for that extra confirmation. Hopefully you lot can... As I said, boys, the more you watch these streams, the more you're going to see how I actually trade the London session, how I actually read it. Bear in mind, boys, like, I've just sat through more of this than you. Like, I've just literally sat through the last 4 years, probably longer, 5 years, 4 years. In terms of tick by tick, the last 4 years of London session, tick by tick, candle by candle, not missing a single candle every single day. Consistently for 4 years straight, I've watched every single candle of the London session play out. Maybe I've missed, like, on average, what, like 2 days a year. But basically, I just know what happens in the London session. I know how to spot reversals, how to spot continuations, what things you need to wait for, what constitutes a bit of a more risky trade, what constitutes more of a risky market outlook, when are we going to expect manipulation, when are we going to expect distribution, just from putting the hours into these markets. So this is why I actually know what goes on, because I've put the hours in. And you can really... skip all those hours in, boys. If you do want to get in the mentorship, you can skip out all those hours. and just copy the shit that I teach you, that I've developed. As I said, boys, I'll put a link in the chat right there, so you lot can book a call if you want regarding the mentorship. But yeah, as I said, we have two main strategies that we trade. So first thing is we find a higher time frame bias. Once we decided, are we bullish or are we bearish? Which one are we? So for example, in this market, we're not strongly bullish, but we're bullish. And then we look for our two strategies, ALG reversals or DTO continuations. For example, if we're bullish, we'll look for ALG buys or we'll look for DTO buys. If we do a higher time frame bias and we're bearish, then we'll look for ALG sells or DTO sells. Right, so the ALG and the DTO is the best way to actually take advantage of the market, but the higher time frame is going to give you that proper direction. So just get your direction right, and then I'm telling you now, the ALG and the DTO will be the easiest ways to capitalize. If the market goes up, you will get an ALG or DTO trade 9 times out of 10. If the market trades down in the London session, you're going to get a DTO trade or an ALG sell. You just are 9 times out of 10. These will work. So it's just a matter of high time frame bias. Are we bullish or bearish? If we're bullish, then we wait for one of these two to come in. If one of them comes in, we execute the trade, and that's it. But yeah, these are, like, if you're wondering what is in the mentorship, there's like over 100 videos. There's like over 100 videos. These are all the different sections. These are all the different videos that you guys can see. And a lot of these, so like for example this one, this is like 32 videos. So there's actually more than what it seems. This should be like, there's loads of videos there. But all of these videos, so market structure, all these market structure, liquidity, POIs, confluences, strategy, psychology, fundamentals, trading in practice, all of this is based around, all refers back to two things. Number one, giving you a higher time frame bias. And number two, trading the ALG or the DTO. So you've got 100 videos on this, and this, all teaching you how to basically use this methodology to make money in the London session. Mace is cooked. Don't know, a lot of you are saying Mace is cooked. We'll see how it does. As I said, chat, I'm not in this trade myself. I'm waiting for that 15-minute fair value gap that you see just here to get inverted. But I know a few people have executed on this. Mace has also executed on this. It's Thursday, bro. What did I say it was? I do know it's Thursday. I don't know why I would have said anything else. EU is definitely going down. Is EU going down for the daily FVG? Now, again, this is another part of what we trade, is internal, external. So the thing that I'd say EU's targeting, if we are to go down, it would be this low. But yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned, boys. If you did get in these longs, look, at the end of the day, you've got your stop loss for a reason, right? The good sign you are getting is that the euro is fucking very strong right now. That's what's surviving. You can see the pound has completely swept past that low. Whereas, and so has the DXY has completely moved past it. Well, not completely, but... Yeah, 2-6. 2 secs, boys. Just doing something real quick. Two secs, chat. What time will the Post London stream be? 12 o'clock, bro. 12 o'clock the Post London stream will start. AUD USD looks more bullish. Oh, wait. Chat, if I missed any comments, boys, just let me know again. Do you not take into account that price already taken a Friday high? Yeah, potentially, bro. I mean, as I said, I'm not in this one yet. There was a few things that I didn't really like about this setup, which is greater confirmation. Which is why I'm not in this one just yet myself. So yeah, that's basically that. I think this one is just about to stop out if you are in this. AUD looks more bullish than the Euro USD, so go long on that. Yeah, I don't really trade AUD USD, but fair play, bro. What time will the Post London stream? Yeah, it'll be 12. Raging, you got to understand there's always going to be a conflicting narrative. Your analysis today may be right, but his the next day. Oh yeah, check hour 4 and you understand that there's no buyers, please. I'm not buying, bro. Again, just listen, brother. Just listen, man. All you got to do is listen, bro. It's not hard at all. It's not hard. Really not hard. It's actually it's probably the easiest thing to do is listen. You just got to sit there and do nothing. So when I say I'm not in this trade about 3-4 times, maybe actually listen to that rather than just commenting. Appreciate that, Raging Pips, mate. I do think, though, with that being said, there is decent calls in order to buy if we invert this. Waiting for a minute 15 change. Yeah, me too, bro. I'm waiting for 15-minute confirmation in order to go long. The best thing you can do, Lou, is stick to his bias regardless if he's right or wrong. The best thing Louis can do is stick to his bias regardless if he's right or wrong. There's no point getting out because it may go down. Yeah, as I said, I'm not in this trade myself, boys, but I do like the look of it to the upside. This is the thing, right? We are in a bullish trend overall. You can see the market is bullish overall. We are in a bullish trend from here to here. This is a bullish range. We most recently broke a high. So everything in the market is telling us that we're bullish. Now, the reason a lot of people are looking for sells is because of one thing and one thing only. Because of this big candle here. This big rejection candle has scared the living daylights out of a lot of people. And therefore, a lot of people are looking to sell off the back of that. I'd say try and step outside of that one candle. And realise at the end of the day, we're in an uptrend. Both fundamentally and in terms of the chart. And in terms of the current range. This is a bullish range. We've just got a big candle. And I understand why that would scare you. But just try and stick to your buyer. So after we saw that, really went onto the 1 hour time frame. Drew on our internal and external liquidity. So basically drew on our range low, range high. Obviously we're in an uptrend, so we're focusing on the high getting taken. So then we draw on our internal order block like that. And then our external high. So we're looking for that move there. Bear in mind we're in an uptrend. That is the most likely move. We are in an uptrend, bear in mind. So it's the most likely move is that we go higher. As I said, there are certain doubts I have about the strength of this trend, as I've mentioned previously. I won't go into it too much in detail now, but essentially the fact we didn't trade above it for long, we only came above a tiny bit, and then we rejected pretty quickly and pretty heavily. So there's multiple things I don't like about this bullish trend. But with that being said, we are still in a bullish trend. So who am I to think the market's wrong and that I'm right and we're actually going to go down? I'm going to assume it's right until it says otherwise. But as I think that means I'm not going to enter off of this. Well, I didn't enter off of this 5 minute, even though it's in profit right now. I didn't enter off of this 5 minute. I'd rather wait for this 15 minute to be traded through, and then enter off the retap of that, because that will show significant buying pressure if we can invert this. But if not, then it's not really enough confirmation. So see how we do now, chat, anyway. If I missed any comments, chat, just bang me in the comments again. I've missed a few comments on TikTok and on YouTube, so just bang them again. Are you booming? Come on, at least we had a nice 2 minute candle on EU. Yeah, it's starting to move a bit nicer now. We really want a nice 15 minute close, sort of ideally within this 15 minute fair value gap. We do want a nice close on this if there's any chance of it doing well. Yeah, chat, if I missed any comments, just bang me in again. Is today ALG or DTO? I'm looking at ALG today, bro. Do you ever use breaker structure or change of characters or confluence? Yes, I do, bro. I do. I'm 5% down on my funded account. Can I recover? Any advice? You can recover, bro. The thing that I would recommend to you is just keep trading your strategy. Keep trading your strategy. The reason why a lot of people fuck up is because they go for a down patch and they think, oh, a trading strategy shouldn't have a down patch. Let me change strategy. Then that strategy has a down patch. If you've taken L after L after L after L and your strategy is somewhat good and you're somewhat a good trader, chances are that win's going to come and it's going to take you out of that drawdown. But the worst thing you can do is change strategies and you get a new losing streak with that old strategy. Stick to your strategy, be confident with it, and just realise if you blow the account, you wasn't a good enough trader in the first place. If you took 10 trades in a row that all lost, you're not a good enough trader anyway. So it doesn't matter. It's just back to the drawing board. It's a learning experience. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't pass my first funded account. I didn't pass my second funded account. I didn't even pass my third funded account. All right, lost loads of accounts before I started passing them. So there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to take it on the chin. If we get a close on the 15 minute, I might have add another small entry. Fair play. DTO entry. Yeah, bro, we got the DTO. DTO indicator. Yeah, it's called Sessions, Ranges, and Equilibriums by Richesse. It's a custom indicator for our members, bro. So you got to find it on the Discord. Join the Discord for that. How close did that actually? Half a pip off stopping out. We're about to retest this level yet again. Abdullah, just draw the line of midnight candle, yeah, or just do that. SMT with DXY, save the SL there, yeah, 100%. My 5 minute IFG was like a few pips from being cooked. Oldmere would have panic selled. Glad I progressed from that hurdle in psychologically. Yeah, defo Ryan, man. You got to do that. You got to stick to your trades. You've always got to stick to your trades. You got to stick to your SL and TP. If it's SL, it's SL. There's no point closing it early. Market is just playing tricks, and you'll see he's going to get cooked regardless. I swear it's going down. Fair play, mate. If that's what you think, put the trade on, bro. Don't tell us about it. Put the trade on. Put a sell on. Let me know where you got into your sells. He said, if you're in this, if you're in that buyers, get out now is the chance. You'll definitely get cooked in these buyers. Jesus Christ. I'm still waiting for a nice entry on silver and gold. Not showing me much. Yeah, you can see we're selling off this fair value. This is why I'm waiting for the inversion of it, chat. Remember what we normally do, as I said earlier, what we normally do with these fair value gaps is we tap into them. And we continue. We tap in. And we continue higher. So that's why on gold, we do want to wait. And then we can look for the retest. And then the move. So we're just looking for that, but in the opposite way. So we're looking for a close above this fair value. And then a move like that. Bear in mind, in these bearish fair value gaps, what we should do is just tap in and move lower. So you want to wait for it to be disrespected before you then get into buys. It's a pretty big 5-minute candle there. 28. Fairs. I'd rather bros trying to mentor others in YouTube live comments. I'd rather loss. Wait. I'd rather lose to my analysis and get cooked than listen to someone else lose a winner if it does win, regardless. It is what it is. The outcome. Yeah, bro. Facts. You'd rather take a loss on the chin yourself than copy someone and take a loss. Did you have a trade today? I'm not in anything today. The only thing I'm waiting for is EU buyers, but I need decent confirmation first. I need to close above, tap into this, and then I will look to buy. But until that happens, I'm not looking to get in the market right now. As I said, chat, if I missed any comments, just spam them in the chat again. I'm not ignoring anyone, just spam them in again. Lord, give trade. I need to be plugged with some competitions. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, DF? Gee, you broke the 1 hour low. What can we conclude off that? We do have this 8 hour CRT. I even have this daily CRT. Yeah, at this point, GU definitely does look bearish. There's not really much else we can gauge other than the fact it just blatantly looks bearish. To be fair, we did get a nice distribution from the DTO there. Did get a nice distro on the sells, if you did get in sells. Yeah, I just wouldn't even look at GU right now. It's a lot weaker than the euro as we speak. Obviously, we've swept the low of the prior day. Whereas if we look at EU, EU hasn't swept the low. EU's got the low right there. And if we look at the DXY, DXY's got the high right here. So we haven't swept that either. So you can see GU is the anomaly in that aspect. But yeah, I just wouldn't really be looking to trade it. Not mentoring anyone actually, it's just I know for a fact that is going low and just simply trying to help. I'm sorry if y'all feel offended. Not gonna lie, bro, that's probably the stupidest thing you can ever say in trading. The fact you've actually just said, I just know for a fact that it's going low. And just shows that you're not a profitable trader, brother. I've won probably 1,000 trades in my life. Bear in mind, I've been a profitable trader. I've traded full time for about 3-4 years. I've never got on a trade that I know for a fact where it's going. You never know for a fact where it's going. It's impossible. It's just a lie. Like, I'm not even saying it as but it is just a lie. You can't know that for a fact. Like, no one knows anything in these markets for a fact. But yeah. Fair play if you're in sales, but yeah, I don't think for a fact is a bit crazy. Put your house on it then, buddy. Yeah, trust me. Like, if I knew something for a fact, I don't think you understand. If I knew something for a fact, if I knew for a fact that EU was going up here, and I knew it for a fact, I would liquidate every single thing I own, sell absolutely everything, and put on the highest leverage buy on a personal account I could possibly do. If you know where it's going, for a fact. A fact. What is the meaning of ALG? Asia liquidity grab, bro. Trump does, yeah. I mean, Trump does, yeah. Trump does. Took a loss today, but not sure where I went wrong. Setup looks clean. Bias was correct. What did you take a loss on, bro? Why don't you trade Nasdaq? I don't like the way it moves on a higher time frame, bro. Richesse, think you same as me. I stopped trading New York completely as it's so sporadic, and I find London moves cleanest as it can carry on with New York opening. 100%, bro. It's exact same as me, bro. Exact same as me. Most likely New York going to make the move for buyers. We'll see, bro. It does look kind of bearish right now, I'm not going to lie. Raging Pips, if you're right, just know you have a 50% coin flick. You ain't no market wizard. Nah, Trump would randomly tweet and you lose everything. Yeah, facts. It's probability game now, not fact or not. Yeah, trust. Only Epstein's cabal knows 100%. Yeah, for real. This guy's got an almanac. Oh, almanac. What is that? What's an almanac? But yeah, I do think the London session's a lot better to trade. Yeah, I also do think these EUs are cooked. Again, chat, this is why I wait for this extra confirmation. This is exactly why. Don't trust that this bearish structure is going to hold. I'll trust that it will in terms of the trend is bearish, but if I'm selling, I need greater confirmation. Still waiting for an inversion of that. If it doesn't happen, nothing lost, nothing gained for me. Gives you results. Oh. Back to the... Explain the DTO on the other one, I don't remember. Who do you think I am? Some type of performing monkey? Explain the ALG and the other one that I don't remember. If you want me to explain something to you, bro, just book in a call, man. That guy's Marty McFly. I know for a fact that it's going lower. Yeah, trust. Little do we know. If you do want to learn, if you do want me to teach you one-on-one on a call, you can book a call, bro. I say it all the time. If you want to learn about the strategy, just book in a call, man. Stu, drop the link to book a call if you can, mate. So people in the TikTok I can explain anything you want on the phone. What's your say on GBP NZD? The pound's definitely weak right now. So I'm assuming it's bearish, but let's have a look. Oh. Hang on. I saw you YouTube explaining the DTO, but the other strategy was not mentioned. ALG, bro, as I said, just book in a call, man, if you want. Book in a call, bro, it's the best way. It's the best way to get in touch, bro. I can explain anything to you in full detail if you just book a call. This is the last chance. If you are an EU buyers, you need this order block to play. If it doesn't, you are cooked. ALG stands for Asia Liquidity Grab, bro. It's essentially where we look for the Asia high to be taken or the Asia low to be taken, and then we look to trade it in the opposite direction. So basically like this. Wait for the Asia high to be taken, then you trade it down. It's essentially the overall general idea of it. So you wait for the Asia high to be swept and sell down to the Asia low. Or you wait for the Asia low to be swept and then trade up to the Asia high. Let's see how EU's doing. As I said, chat, I'm not in this one, but if you are, good luck. GL. Now that mainstream news is talking gung-ho about stock markets, prepare for heavy shorts being put in by the Epstein cabal. We think the stock market is going to, yeah. I mean, it hasn't been that strong recently anyway. I love your channel videos. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I've got a new video coming out today as well. I've got another video coming out today. I'm looking at US 100, kind of hit a wall and lost momentum. Looks like a pullback's happening. Higher time frame, very bullish. Yeah, I don't trade futures, bro, to be honest. I just don't think they move very well on the higher time frame. Fucking hell, yeah. It's super bullish though right now. Super bullish. It's had its pump. Jesus. Yeah, super bullish. So we've had the Asia high sweep and then traded down to the Asia low. So I do think we're most likely ready for that next phase of buy-in now. Coming off this order block here. So yeah, I do think it's good to look for buyers. We're also, looks like we're filling this fair value gap. That does look good for buyers. In the end, the trade was an SL trade and I was right. I tried my best, but y'all just found me annoying. I mean, for a start, you wasn't right, bro. This trade's not stopped out. It's basically an entry. The market literally hasn't moved, bro. I wouldn't be gassing yourself up too much. The trade's literally not moved. It's not that people found you annoying, bro. It's the fact you're just lying, saying you know stuff for a fact. But took an L on GJ Brides, bro. Swept Friday low, overall bullish. Details under 50%. Setup looked clean. I still think the bias was correct. Yeah, on the yen basket, I just wanted us to come a little bit higher into this fair value gap first. Wanted us to come into this first before selling off. Taking this low out like that. Yeah, I do think we're still going to get that move higher. We still want to come a little bit lower, though, to be fair. We may even take out the Asia low, come into this order block, and then go higher. But yeah, I would just time myself a bit more. The end baskets are moving a little bit iffy right now. EU remontada. What is your indicator in session box? It's called Richesse Sessions, Ranges, and Equilibriums, bro. It's available. If you just join the Discord, bro, it's available in there. Imagine raging pips you were wrong and went higher. It's not bad if we lose. It's worse because you bragged if you lose, so it's still an L for you. Yeah, trust. Sometimes you really do know that a trade is a runner, and I wasn't bragging. I was even begged Joel to leave. It's not the fact you know it's a runner, bro. That's called just having bad psychology. It's called being emotional about your trade. You don't know that it's going to go anywhere. You're just getting emotional about it. And you think, oh, I can't lose. It's definitely going to go down. I can't lose. But we'll see anyway. Maybe I said fact, but I was trying to let you lot know. We'll see how it plays out, bro. Cortisol this week. This cortisol, heavy cortisol spike. Did you go for a long losing period before finally passing accounts consistently? Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. I don't really look at SMT anymore, do you, Richesse? Not mass. It's not one of my main things. If it's there, then it's there, and it's a nice confluence, but it's not something I look out for, like, primarily. Wait, let me... W Raging Bips, W Lou, come on. Wait, let me share something precise. EU will make a new low around 6:30 AM EST. Then market will pump at 7:45 EST. Then take out 6. Fucking hell. W Aki L Lou. L Lord. L Lord C8G. Bro, almost gone CH League. Wait, what do you mean, bro? Champions League, what? What is better, gain 4RR, no partial, or gain eager? Wait, what do you mean, bro? I'm not really too sure what you mean. Around 7 p.m. Trump going to tweet and Price going to the moon. Fact. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, yes. What do you think of Bayern PSG? Oh, mate, unreal. Bayern are actually quality. I think Bayern will win it, to be honest. I think they might even do PSG. Brew. What are you saying, Brew? Yeah, as I said, chat, I'm not in this one. I know a lot of people in the chat are, but I would personally, as I've said for about an hour now, this trade has been fucking tedious. But yeah, I'm waiting for Price to invert this in order to jump in. I don't feel confident with just the 5-minute inversion, so yeah, I'm still waiting for this one. If you are in, I do hope you can run, but I'm not going to lie, it doesn't look too likely. Or gain eager. I don't know what you mean by gain eager. But yeah, I would say it's better to game with no partials, bro, in my opinion. It's always better with no partials. I hope Harry wins it for real. And I hope he don't. He got you with the 4R comment. I don't know. I can't remember what he said. 4R, I don't really know. $50 goals this season. Yeah, I hope he don't. I hope Declan Rice wins it. Price waiting to take out London low. Yeah, man. I only find tedious trades right now. I got stuck in one yesterday for over an hour. Over an hour was not too bad. I mean, to be fair, the one yesterday we had was insanely efficient. TP'd in like 20 minutes. But yes, I mean, reversal trades are always going to take longer to play out than continuations, bear in mind. So... Just took a small L, then 5 minutes later it dumped and reversed anyway. Yeah, fuming. Unlucky, bro. Unlucky, brother. Right, last hour of the stream, boys. It is 11 o'clock right now. We've got a new hourly open. The last hourly candle did fail to push lower, but... yeah, I wouldn't be too confident if I was in buys right now, I will be honest. But for you lot's sake, I do hope that we can push higher. Well, I hope I can get my entry as well, but... let's see how we play out. See, the pound keeps dropping. DXY sort of keeps gaining. So the only thing that's saving us really, or not us, but whoever's in this trade, is this bullishness from the euro against the pound. So we know the euro is pretty strong in these last, hour and a half, which is obviously saving us. DXY is just a solve for EU. Yeah, facts. Facts. My girlfriend said she would leave me if I don't take profit, so I closed at a loss purposely. Oi, that's don't know, is that aura? Not really, because you lost the trade, but you did do it on purpose, so I suppose, yeah, that is aura. It's like scoring an own goal on purpose. At least it was on purpose. Gold has not moved also. Yeah, it's very slow right now. Very slow right now. Bear in mind, though, chat, we don't really have any news either until next week, so we should really move pretty cleanly. Mate, this shit is not moving at all. Not moving at all. It would be unfortunate if Macy's trade does not play out. I hope he wins. Yeah, trust me, bro. What's your bias on gold? Bullish, bro, but I'm waiting for confirmations that we're just not really getting yet. Still looking for gold buyers, ideally. He's got tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap, swept the Asia low, so I'm looking to buy. We've got a 4-hour order block here and our external high. Obviously in an uptrend as we're breaking highs. So I do want price to continue up to this high, ideally. You can see on the this is the 4-hour fair value gap we tapped into, swept the Asia low. So I'm waiting for a lower time frame confirmation in order to just continue that bullish move. So I want price to close above this 15-minute fair value gap, retest it, and then look to go long. But first, as I said, I need that lower time frame confirmation. Same as EU. Same reason I want that lower time frame confirmation on EU, because what we're seeing now is just not enough for me to get in. That 5-minute, as you can see, is not really holding any control over price. So I actually want to see decent confirmation. Hence why we want this 15-minute fair value gap to actually be broken. I opened and closed. Now she's gone on to better things. Yeah, now time to lock in with trading. I don't understand gold moves feel easier on pairs. Yeah, me too, bro, to be fair. I don't really like gold. I don't trade gold a lot. Alright. About to get taken out. Are you in this trade? Nah, bro. I was waiting for... Yeah, this is... If you're in this, boys, you've just been stopped. I was waiting for this 15-minute fair value gap to be inverted. So we had a 5-minute inversion down there. I was personally waiting for this to be closed above. And then I would have entered off 50% there. TP at the Asia high. Stop loss at the low. But yeah, price didn't really give us that. Some people got in a little bit early off the 5-minute inversion. And now I've just been, as we said, stopped out. So unlucky for you boys if you was in that one. On to the next one. I'm 5% in drawdown on phase 2. Give me a setup. I recover, please. Bro, if I could pull out a 5-bar setup out of my arse, then I would have done it by now. Sometimes it's best to sit out, bro. That's probably why you're in a bit of drawdown. You just want to get in a trade to chase your profit. Sometimes you just got to hold it and wait. Right, but that's that. Was it wrong bias, you think, even if he got stopped out there? Yeah, by the looks of things, it does look like we're just going to continue. But it's not really having the wrong bias. We did always know that this high could be swept. Hence why I was waiting for decent confirmation on the 15. But yeah, we just didn't end up closing below. So it's not really... we didn't really have a clear bias. We wanted to trust the trend that we would continue down. But we knew that that wasn't 100% likely, so that's why we waited for confirmation. Didn't come, and we knew if that confirmation didn't come, then we're just going to continue up. So, I mean, we didn't really get what we want, but I wouldn't say we got the bias overly wrong. I mean, we didn't lose a trade or anything, so, well, I didn't, so. Yeah, share it with me, please. Oh, boys. Can I check the 15-minute on JPY? Yeah, I'll check the JPY. I know it's a mistake in the market, but was it necessary and awful trade setup? It wasn't awful, bro. It wasn't awful. I'd say just wait for them extra confirmations. When you're looking at IFVGs, just be a little bit more structured with it. What are you actually looking to be proved? I think it was low probability due to the way price took Friday high and reversed. Yeah, I mean, just kind of a weak bullish trend by the looks of things. I mean, as we said, we only broke this high by a small amount. And then we instantly really rejected it after one candle close above. So yeah, there was a few signs there, I suppose. Still be looking for the same thing. Was that 15-minute inversion. And as I said, we didn't get it, so we didn't enter the trade, so there's nothing really wrong with that. There wasn't really even any sells to actually jump in on here either, so I'm not really too pissed off about how the day panned out. Continue with what you did to pass phase one. Yeah, facts. Yeah, continue doing the exact same thing you did. If you pass phase one, you're clearly a decent enough trader. New York opens at 7 or 8 a.m. I'm in London time, bro, so for me it's 1 p.m. I think it was not a wrong bias, you're just early in the trade. Remember the falling knife. Yeah, exactly. You're currently in my AirPods whilst I'm at the gym. Big up to you, brother. Have a good set, mush. We're just edging around. Think EU may sweep again and go long for New York. Yeah, I mean, again, we've got a new level if you're looking for a market structure shift. You've got this high here. I'm still looking for the same thing, really, boys. I still, in order to do anything, I need this 15 minutes to get closed above. And then move like that. So glad I took my buy limit off. Yeah, man. EU is super strong right now. I mean, the euro is very strong right now, though. You can see it's still pushing up. GU is absolutely kind of bodied all the way below prior day low, whereas EU is still trading above the prior day low. DXY, as you can see as well, is still currently trading below the prior day. We're getting kind of rejections now. Again, this is the low that we need to wait for. Back in the same position. A very tedious morning, boys, but as long as we didn't lose anything, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. I'm already up this week, so not really too worried about chasing anything. I keep EU analysis aside and only analyse DXY before entering. Fair play, bro. Fair play. Yeah, mate, boys, this market's fucking so dead right now. And I keep EU analysis aside and only analyse DXY before entering. Fair play. It's a good idea. I'm waiting for EURUSD to tab into 15-minute bullish order block under some liquidity. Yeah, man, nothing's really moving this morning. Nothing's really moved, to be honest, chat. It's been a pretty slow day. Prices had its move at about 7 a.m, 6:45, 7, and just purely trickled down. Didn't really give any sort of manipulation or any form of structure. Kind of just purely just dropped. So, yeah. Obviously, DXY just continued up. Didn't even really have any type of retracement. It was just a slow trickle to the upside. So, not really the greatest of days, to be honest, boys. But bro, you 6 fig yet? Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Chasing that milli next, man. Chasing that milli. The milli. Reason I entered was after the 5-minute IFG, 1 minute reacted, shifted higher for me. So it confirmed, wanted to start going higher. Oh well. Yeah, it's one of those, boys. I just waited for something on the slightly higher time frame due to kind of how weak the trend was at the time. Aim for prior week high. Do you have 40 continuations after the highs broke? Enter a 5-minute order block. Aim for prior week high. Let's have a look. I hate the price action of futures. I'll be so real. Prior week high. Alright. After we break on the 5-minute. Right, yes, you're looking to go, I'm assuming, like this. Yeah, it does look decent, bro. Again, I don't really trade this pair, so I can't comment too much, but it does look like a nice trade. I just don't like futures. Really don't like futures. I'm showing your stop losses like there. Yeah, nice. It's pretty big trade. There's like a 6%. You might actually have bigger stop loss. You might as well have a slightly bigger stop. But yeah, it looks decent, bro. Looks decent for sure. Okay, let's see if DXY can push down. Going to be live for 30 more minutes, boys. Stop loss below 30-minute FVG, resting near DTO. Let's mark on the DTO real quick. Yeah, that looks a lot better, to be fair. Looks a lot better. You've obviously got your DTO there as well, which is nice that you're on the right side of that. Bear in mind, you don't really want to be buying above the DTO. You ideally want to be buying below. So you got to think, if you do get an entry now, it's probably not going to be the best entry. Chat, if you are looking to learn a bit about my strategy, we book a link to book a call into the chat right now. If anything in this life confused you, reason why I didn't take this trade, or the reason why I took a trade yesterday, or my strategy in general, just book in a call, boys. Get on the phone to me. Speak for free. High broke, limit set, time to forget. Fair play, bro. No, you got that set. Yeah, it does look decent, to be fair. Links in the chat if you're trying to book a call, boys. If you're trying to get on the call with the boy. Don't know why you wouldn't, to be fair, boys. I mean, I'll be real. It's a free chance to jump on a call with me. You may as well book that up. Yeah, dead market though right now. Slow as fucking anything. Let's go on the 4 hour real quick. All markets are looking kind of dead. Gold's not really got any volume. I mean, gold often doesn't have volume in the London session anyway, so we're probably going to get New York open, wick to the downside, and then trade higher. The EU's just trickling down. GU's just trickling down. Neither of them really looking great for a trade in either direction, really. Sells are only looking good if we have like a big retracement all the way up to the OTE. If we have a retracement all the way to here, then we may get a decent move. Something like that. Why aren't you on Snap? Why aren't you on Snap no more? Your helpline. The helpline is still active, but yeah, the helpline's just not on right now. Helpline's not active. You can book a call if you are trying to chat to me though. That is the new helpline. And plus, someone on there keeps adding me to group chats and spam calling me as well. It's pretty annoying. Dead market, man. Anyone in any trades right now, let me know in the chat, boys. Let me know in the chat. Took a continuation on gold from the 30-minute FEG. Yeah, nice. Nice. Where are you aiming for, bro? Probably need a decent bit of profit now, but I am bullish on this, so I would be careful. AUD CAD buyers. You know the market's dead when we're checking AUD CAD. Yeah, pretty slow week this week. I mean, I'm still up this week, but it hasn't really been the best week at all in terms of price action. Yeah, AUD CAD's just very bullish. I'm not really too sure how you're actually looking to get in. Oh, you are in buyers already. Fair play. Not sure where you bought off, but I mean, it's insanely bullish pair. So yeah, I think you're definitely on the right track looking for buyers. Definitely think you're on the right track. Hopefully Friday low, but we'll see how it reacts. Fair play. I wouldn't aim for that much myself, but fair enough if you are in that trade, bro. God, mate, this market is fucking tedious. Even JPY hasn't moved at all. Oh, mate. Swear to God. This is painful, boys. This is painful. There's not going to be any trades, though, really, for the rest of the London session. Well, for the rest of this stream, though. Let's just be real. I'm going to jump off at 11:30, boys. I'll be live with the mentorship students at 12, and then we're going to rerun the YouTube live at 12:30. So I'm going to be off in about 10 minutes. So any questions you lot have, ask now. Need a retracement in the next couple of hours to get into big sales for New York? Yeah, boys. Yeah. We need a decent move upwards, really, for anything. Either if you're looking at buys or sells. The problem with the market today is there's just been no movement back and forth. It's just purely been down. If you're looking at sells, you need price to retrace for sells. If you're looking at buyers, you need price to retrace for buyers as well. So either way, we need price to at least come up a little bit to this fair value gap before we can even really get in anything. That's why it's been difficult today. GeoGuessr. Should we play one round of Geo? Yeah, unfortunately we took liquidity during Asia. Yeah, that's it, bro. We traded up and took the Friday high, which was annoying. Is you looking cooked? Enter at 17,819. Don't look like price wants to even pass that. 17,819. Yeah. I mean, well, it's definitely bearish, bro. Yeah, it's definitely bearish. I thought you was talking about like for buyers, but yeah, no, definitely bearish, bro. I do think most likely that DXY is going to continue to this Friday high now. It's obviously showing no real sellers stepping in. We had a little bit there, but failed to really do anything significant and invert this. So, yeah. Keep wicking this this fair value gap on gold. Keep wicking this fair value gap. Yeah, nothing to be had, boys. For literally any currency I'm checking, there's nothing. So you can maybe give some buy opportunity off this 1 hour FEG. Maybe, bro. Maybe. I doubt it, though, I'll be honest. GU's probably just going to continue down. It's probably going to continue down. I've got this 2 hour order block as the next real level. EU, really the next level for the order block equivalent is here. So yeah, I do want price to come down more before even thinking about buying again, to be honest, chat. Do want price to come down before even thinking about buying. We got GU's got to come about 10 pips at least. EU's got to come about 10 pips as well, just under. If we look at the equivalent on DXY, the equivalent order block would be this one here. Obviously DXY hasn't yet swept this Friday high. Or is it Friday? Yeah, Friday high. But we'll wait and see. EU is just about, well, EU's near enough swept it. It's just getting there. GU obviously swept it a while ago, as you can see. It's trading way below it. So you got stopped. Ah, man, sorry. Said about 5 times, bro, that I wasn't in the trade. I mean, yeah, if you don't want to listen, then that's up to you, my boy. Genuinely said about 25 times that I'm not in this trade. Mace coming on today. Yeah, Mace will be live. Yeah, we are up this week though, chat. As I said, I didn't take any trade today. Took this EU short yesterday, and then that EU short on Monday as well. So we're up decently for the week. That's why I waited for decent confirmation on this before risking my capital. If I'm already in profit, I don't want to risk it. So yeah, we didn't get an inversion of this. So as I said, I didn't get in the trade. If you did take a loss on this, unlucky boys. Just got to go back to the drawing board. Come back tomorrow, do the same thing. No trades done for the day, going off the charts. And tomorrow we continue. Fair play, bro. No, I meant your friend. Oh, fair play. If we can't go break at 1760, then we go back to 180. Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't think we're going to have to come down to the 1 minute. 1 minute? The 1 hour. Oh, sorry, I think it's 2 hour actually. There's 2 hour order block at this point. Friday low should really be swept on EU now. Chat, by the way, if you are trying to get funded with a prop firm, make sure you go to Alpha Capital Group. And use code Richesse at checkout. Make sure you use code Richesse at checkout, boys. You get 15% off your accounts. Also, send me a screenshot of you using that code and I'll get you in the mentorship or signals for free for a short period of time. We should get on a call later. I'd like to you, my man, maybe get to know each other and understand the way we trade. I've been trading for 6 years now, though I'm not a social media person. Yeah, bro, join the Discord, man. As I said, the Discord's where we do pretty much everything. It's the hub of everything we do. So if you, man, are trying to get in there, just join the link in my YouTube bio. I just dropped in the chat, yo. So if anyone is trying to message me, if you want to jump on a call, or if you're interested in the signals or mentorship or anything, join the Discord, click on my name and say yo, and I'll drop you a message back. Remember, boys, I'll never message you first, and I'll never ask for money in crypto. So if someone's messaging you claiming to be me, just remember it's not me. Yeah, it's not me, essentially. That isn't me. I mean, this is me. The name in gold is me. But if someone messages you claiming to be me, then it's not. You have to message me first. And there I am in the chat in gold. So just drop me a message and we can jump on a call or talk about anything you man need. But yeah, boys, it is 11:30 now, so I'm going to jump off. I'm going to be jumping on the mentorship chat at 12 o'clock. We're going to be rerunning the live at 12:30, boys. So make sure everyone is here at 12:30. Not really the best day today. I didn't have any trades and the market didn't really do much, to be honest. Well, I mean, it did. It moved, but didn't really move anywhere in terms of actually placing a trade. The only tiny little retracement we got was here. And I don't think anyone would have really bought off that. But that was really the only thing there was in the whole session. You can see we just moved down so violently. But yeah, that was that anyway, chat. We'll see how we go for the New York session. As I said, 12:30 we'll be back live for the New York session. Yeah, no, you're alright, Raging. It's calm, bro. It's calm. You're sweet, bro. But yeah, man. As I said, boys, if you do want to drop a call, jump on a call or anything, send me a message on Discord or just click the link in the chat right now. And we can jump on a call together, boys. Just drop the link in again if you want to book a call. But yeah, boys, appreciate you tuning in. As I said, not the best day today, but still good to get there, get the day done. Watch how the market played out so you can learn from it and hopefully do even better the next day. Have a good rest of the day, boys. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you all tomorrow, boys. I will see you lot later. We are live for the New York session at 12:30 on the YouTube channel, Richesse Effects on YouTube. I'm waiting for an internal change of character on the 1 hour, then a retracement for sales. Fair play. Yeah, we do need, for buyers or sales, we do need a bullish retracement. We just need market to move. You can see the buyers are just, sellers are just steadily in control of this market, just slowly pushing it down. So we want a bit of volume, a bit of momentum to come in. But yeah, appreciate all you lot tuning in, and I will catch you in the next stream, people. Sweet, boys. Yeah, sweet boys, sweet everyone on YouTube. Big up to all you, man. Big up to the com on YouTube. Best com in the game, as I always say. If you are trying to properly join the community, make sure you join the Discord. Link is in my bio. It's a free Discord and it's very active. So if you want to talk about trading, there it is. If you want to join the Signals or Mentorship, you can just go to the full access, Mentorship and Signals and then get in that way, boys. But yeah, I appreciate all of you lot tuning in and I will catch you in the next live, people. Sweet boys.